Welcome to Watching Pixels Dry.
Hello.
Boy.
It's episode
9?
9? Episode 9.
So you know how in episode 7 I said that we've been doing this for 7 hours?
Yeah.
We've done it for 9 hours now.
We've probably done it for more.
Crazy.
We recorded
That's
episode
so
8
nuts.
about 3 times
Well,
over the
also
course
true.
of several months.
That's what I was trying to say.
See, we're gonna get this episode done sooner, but one of us decided to fucking have a seizure like a rat
Oh,
twat.
yeah. That happened.
And then I
And
decided to go
ruin
out
our
of town.
plans.
It was
So-
terrible.
So all these guys got together, even Kappa, who's our guest, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah, by the way, we have special guest HyperTheKappa here.
That's probably important to point
Yeah,
out.
YouTube
That might be-
animator extraordinaire, friend of the show.
Don't call me that. Bro, who is this
Local
guy?
BBC.
Who
Bro,
is this guy?
Is this animator?
What is this thing?
The only reason we're friends is because he told Mike to mix pills and alcohol.
Yeah,
That's
on my
true.
birthday.
On Mike's 21st birthday, I replied to his tweet and said you should mix random pills and alcohol.
Kappa, didn't you also give Mike like a false alibi thing so you can get out of court and shit like
Yes.
that?
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
When did I do that? I've
you,
also
forget
was,
you forget a lot.
Those
Kappa was
were,
the
those
fall
were during
man.
the first round of allegations, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, Kappa is
Kappa's
the
my
fall
guy.
man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I love that game.
I still have no clue what we're
Okay.
talking about, but I'll
Shut the
just.
fuck up!
Okay, let's get back on track here. So we were supposed to
Oh.
record this about almost 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
Not even. We recorded a first draft of episode 8 like 2
No,
months ago.
episode 9 with Kappa.
Oh, episode
we had
9.
Kappa in the call. All of us were here. We agreed on a time, and DC was the one I believe that set the time for this call. And then we were all sitting there. We're kind of chilling. We're breaking the ice with Kappa because
Yeah,
we hadn't
yeah.
really spoken before, which was great. We had a good time. But
That was
That's
good.
not
I'm glad we
posting,
did
not
that.
safe for
as
work.
it gets closer and closer to recording time, we're like, where the fuck is DC? And then as recording time slowly gets behind us, we're like, I hope DC's okay, man. And then
No,
we were
hold
in a
up.
call
They
for,
started spamming me. They were spamming me just like so many messages. Because here's how I experienced it. What the fuck? Sorry, I keep seeing my fucking mic is peaking. It's freaking me out. I'm just gonna minimize it so I stop worrying about it.
I was like,
So from my perspective, I got home from work and I wasn't feeling well. I was just like, I kind of had like a headache and I was feeling really tired and like just drowsy. And then like I sat down on my couch and it just like was slowly getting harder and harder to like, I don't know how to describe it because I don't have normal seizures. They're not like epileptic seizures. They're called absence seizures. And it basically just means you space the fuck out and like you're just unreachable. And it can be a real fucking problem. This was a really bad one. This is like the worst one I've ever had. And
Awesome.
sorry.
It's happening
up.
again.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Alright, but like I don't know, like it was just getting really hard to recognize, like, that's not even the right word. It was just hard to be conscious and aware of what was happening around me. And I had a friend come over, because that was like the last thing I could even remember doing, was telling a friend, hey, I don't think I'm okay, can you head over? And so I had a friend come over, and he was just watching me, and he's trying to talk to me and keep me, like, conscious. And he says it got to a point where you just, like, were looking around really confused and, like, started breathing heavy.
Yeah.
And I just took you to the hospital. So I just kind of, like, woke up as the doctor was, like, making sure I was okay, basically.
Yeah. That
And
sucks.
yeah, and then I was like, oh, fuck. And then I saw my phone was, like, hot because a lot of people were messaging me.
Yeah. Yeah.
we were
They
like,
were like, dude, where are you?
it
I was trying to lure you in with Sprite.
was
Yeah, that's true.
it was a really interesting feeling because at first we were like kind of joking and then we started getting like proper worried. We were looking at the news in Texas, just making sure.
Yeah.
Mike was
We were
like
looking for
stalking your
car
parents'
accidents.
Facebooks.
No,
How'd you
fully
found my
doxed you.
parents' Facebook? I
It's
didn't
real
know about
easy.
that.
it's real easy.
Mike fully
Did I
doxed
tell?
you.
Wait, how the fuck did you find my parents' Facebook?
I know your surname. It's not hard.
Yeah, but there's lots of that surname.
Well, I'm good at my job. Anyway, I can't believe you told him that, Sammy.
Hey, I try to keep us
Hold up.
all I try to
You were
keep
gonna
us.
fucking keep that hidden?
There was nothing special about it, so it wasn't pertinent information to me.
Why were
I
you
was
keeping that
hoping you died.
secret?
I wasn't
Have
keeping
I-
a secret. It's just I didn't care. Like it wasn't a big deal.
It's strange. I don't know.
I thought it would be funny podcast content. My fault.
But it is funny podcast
Investigating-
content. The
there's
only,
so
the only
much
interesting thing is
information.
there's like a handful of amusing pictures of DC on there, but
Oh, okay. After the podcast, we're talking about that then, you bitch.
Have a sit down with us.
No.
DC,
no,
I-
it's not that bad. It's fine.
I think I kind of understand what you're getting at with like the how it feels. I don't know. Have any of you ever like tried to make yourself pass out?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
There's like tutorials and shit on how to do it. I'm not gonna say it on the podcast because I don't want anybody fucking doing that. And it's really
Hold your breath.
strange when it happens because you do the thing that you're supposed to do to make yourself pass out. You don't even realize that you have passed out. And when you come to for like 3 seconds or so, it's just this really fucking amorphous state of existence. It's really strange.
Well, that's
Well,
the
I
thing.
have
It's like trying to like stay conscious the moment you fall asleep. Like it's really
Yeah.
hard to
Right,
do
right.
and describe. Like it's
I-
just
Yeah.
not.
I have a condition where
Yeah, you do.
I pass out a lot. Like I faint all the time, right?
Same.
And like I'll sit up too fast and I'll faint. I stretch and I'll
Low
faint.
iron. Low iron.
And when that happens, like I'll feel it. You know what I mean? Like I'll feel it coming on, so I can like. At this point, I'm able to like get to somewhere where I won't fall and like break my skull open. But at,
Ron,
like,
I can
when
hear
it
you playing
first-
Cookie Clicker, by the way.
when it
Yeah,
first
no,
started
no,
happening.
you can't on the
Better not.
recording though. You can't. I can see the waveform.
When it first started happening, I had a completely different setup. Like my piano was like right next to my desk, like it still is, but it was in like a corner. You know what I mean? Like I was backed into like a corner, and I sat up out of my chair and just passed out. I fell right onto my piano. It like things flew everywhere. I hit my head on my desk. I
Must
woke
have
up and
sounded
like
funny.
it sounded very funny. I remember how it sounded. But I woke up and I was like, what the fuck? I was in like a stupor, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
was gonna say when Sammy woke up, they had like piano keys replaced in their teeth.
yeah.
Little spinning stars around their head.
But no,
They had
my dad
trumpets for
heard,
eyes.
my dad heard the commotion from the other room, and he comes in and he's like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened. And he's like, why are you on the floor? Why is your piano on the floor? I said, I don't know. I think I just fainted. And he was like worried and like, I hit my head, but it wasn't that bad. But it happens all the time. But I've gotten better at like,
That's like really similar to what happened to me. My dad, I'm having seizure again. My dad took me to the gym, and he like we were doing reps and things like that. And then I was like, I don't feel good. And he's like, well, just close your eyes and like lean back. And so I did. And then all of a sudden, the back of my head hurt. And I opened my eyes, and I'm on the floor, surrounded by like 20 really muscular guys. And they're like, "Are you okay?"
damn, DC's dream.
What I would give to be in that situation. by the way.
Literally.
God, I wish
Jeroen's
I was-
dream. Jeroen just wishes he would wake up in that every day. But no, they were like, "Are you good?
Jesus.
Like, do we need to call someone?" And I was like, "No, I think I'm fine." My dad's like, "You made a really funny noise whenever you passed out." That's all he said about it.
Thanks.
What
I
the
was like,
fuck kind
"Thanks,
of
Dad."
advice was that? Why would you
That
tell
was it.
somebody to fucking close their eyes and lean back if they're feeling faint? That
Well,
is
it
the
was
worst
it was
thing
a
I've
sitting,
ever heard.
It was a sitting like machine that I was in. So he was like, "Yeah, just sit back and just like close your eyes for a bit." And, like, because I said I felt
okay.
nauseous. It wasn't like I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
For me, it's always like I'm about to pass out and then I wake up from passing out. But I like no time had passed in between me like passing
yeah.
out and being up. Like it literally feels like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
dizzy one moment and then I'm awake the next moment, like on the floor,
Yeah.
my head hurting.
yeah,
And
it's
that's
It's
just
really
like,
terrifying. That is scary.
It's like that. It's like that really sucky thing that can happen sometimes, where you're laying in bed trying to go to sleep, and then you blink and then it's daytime. And you
Yep.
open your eyes again.
yeah.
And like you got no
Hold
sleep.
on, there's
basically.
there's about to be a lot of noise in my house that I didn't realize was gonna
Okay,
happen.
that's
so
okay.
one sec.
Gunshots.
Is it like
No,
Like-
there's
like
just
that
people.
meme
There's
shots.
just people. There's just people walking in.
DC is
think I'm
passing
good.
out like that meme of Ninja talking about how that guy came from behind, and then it's the
Yes, it is
basketball
literally
hoop with the,
exactly like
sped up,
that.
like,
DC, Sammy, I don't think he was like asking you, so but yeah, it is like that. So
Zam.
that's such a dickhead move.
You know what?
Holy.
I'm
But,
opening up
but
Geometry
Kappa,
Dash.
Kappa, why don't you tell us like every illegal thing you've done since the day you were born?
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
List
so
of crimes.
vehicular manslaughter. How many accounts of that do I have?
Oh,
I
I've got
got,
like,
3.
I got 2.5.
How about your
17,
dealings
as
in
far as I
Cuba
remember.
from the dates of
17.
1980 to 2003?
So we don't. I'm not going to talk about Cuba because I've got people on that case.
No,
but,
I think
you know,
I think like I reposition a wire like in my jacket. Like, no, I think we should talk about Cuba.
No, you should.
Yeah, I
we all
hope-
like lean in. Like, you should really talk about Cuba.
It's
Please,
like,
please,
I
continue.
don't want to talk about Cuba, guys.
Okay, that's fine.
It's
I
a
wanna-
dark time in my life.
I want to
No, Kappa. I think I want you to talk about Cuba.
No, but you guys were talking about how easy it was to find like DC's parents' Facebook and shit like that. You would not believe the amount of.
Okay,
I'm not talking about that. I'm not going to talk about that. This is a
I can walk
segue.
you through
This
it
is
right
a
now.
No, I know. It's such like an invitation to be like it's so
No,
easy
no,
to
no.
find your family's Facebook.
Well, no. It's
I was gonna
easy
say,
because I
DC's
have the
full name is-
relevant information.
Yeah.
Docs.
Okay. Jesus.
No, it just reminded me of there was a time where one of my friends on Instagram, their account got hacked, and it was one of those
Me.
scams where like they message people you know and they're like, "Can you cash out me some money? I need some money right now."
Oh yeah.
But everybody in our circle knew what was going on, so we took it as a chance to just fuck with them. So a few people were like pretend they were getting into like love triangles with them, and they were being like, "I'll send you money if you truly love me, if you truly." It was so funny, but I decided I wanted to go a little bit deeper, and I was like, I want to figure out some shit about these people. And my God, the person running this operation is fucking brain dead when it comes to online security, because what they did, I frustrated them so much with getting like Cash Apping them. I was just like, I don't know how Cash App works and all that. Eventually, what they did is they gave me a username and a password, and they said log into the Cash App and add your card. And I was
No
like, holy
way.
shit.
Oh,
There's no
dude.
fucking way. So I logged into the Cash App. Of course, it's a burner. There's nothing on it. There's
Aw.
there's nothing attached to it. But then I had the bright idea. I was like, what if I used this username and password on Gmail? What if I logged into Google with this information? And of course, it was it worked.
Oh my
and it,
god!
and it logged into a Gmail account. There was no information on it, right? Because it was a burner.
Oh.
But what it did have is to create an account, you have to input some things. So what
Yes,
I
put,
got
like, a
was a
phone number in.
birthday. Yeah, so I got a birthday that I'm pretty sure was actually their birthday because it was like an oddly specific date to choose. So I got a specific birthday. And then there's an interesting thing you can do in Gmail where you can check the IP address that certain messages have been sent from.
Oh shit.
And so I looked, I got the IP information. I surfed around looking for like IP lookups, which this is a fucking awful thing to do if it's not a
Don't ever
scammer.
do
I want
this.
you guys to know that.
Yeah.
Don't ever do this to normal people. But I
Do this
found
to normal people.
like a specific internet provider in Ghana that it was linked to like a certain area. So I went to Google Earth and I searched that area. And
Jesus.
the thing is, when with like scam companies and call centers and things like this, there's a lot of like common jargon that's used with the companies.
Yeah.
And there's a really common one where you have like a name and then solutions afterwards. Solutions is a big one that they used. So I tracked down a couple of locations in that area, and I narrowed it down to one that I was like, I'm pretty sure they're calling me from here. So then I logged on to a different Instagram account. I messaged the scammer on the account that they hacked. And I basically was like, I'm going to video call you. I'm pretty sure I have information about you. And They picked up my call for some reason. I don't know why the fuck they would do that. But they picked it up, and of course it was definitely not a person that I know, and definitely not a person from the United States of America. And I got into it. I was like, hey, are you from this specific location? And they just wouldn't address it. And so I kept asking and asking. And eventually they called me back after I hung up, and they were like, we have a gang. If you come over, we're going to shoot you. When you fly over here to get us, we're going to shoot you. I just thought it was really fucking funny that they thought I was going to fly over with like a covert ops team.
We have a small 5-man gang. You're done for, mate.
That shit was so fun though. It was.
I actually have a similar story to that. I didn't
You guys are hacking people.
No. I didn't go that far with it. But I guess in North Carolina there is some fucking old broad named Rhonda who's been fucking giving out my number to real estate agents because I've gotten what must have been over 100 messages, like text messages, and a few calls even. Yeah, there were a few fucking phone calls, and they pissed me the fuck off. And they're like, Rhonda, would you want to sell your lot to fucking fuck my ass real estate agency? It's like, no, I'm not Rhonda. I'm in Texas. Fuck off. Like, I'm not the fucking person.
Oh.
And I'm like, if you can tell Rhonda to stop fucking giving out my number, I would love that. And I got sick of it. This is a recent thing I did with it because Mike's heard me bitch about this before.
Yeah, I have.
So recently, I've gotten so sick of it that I've started saying, yes, I want to sell my property with you. Please start getting the paperwork in order. And they're like, great, that sounds great. And then they, like, a couple hours go by.
Do you put on a voice? Or is this in text?
No, these aren't texts. These aren't texts. So then, like, a few hours will go by, and they'll message me and, like, call me an asshole. Because Rhonda, I'm assuming they contacted Rhonda, and she told them that she didn't do that. And I'm like, then tell Rhonda to stop fucking telling people that I'm her. And I'll stop doing it. Seems really fucking simple.
I have a similar situation where it's a girl called Asia that gives out my number to people, and I get, like, scam texts. And
oh, I thought you were saying you get dick pics and shit.
No, I get out scam texts and everything. I think she just, like, signs, like, you know those, like some mobile games will have, like, oh, fill out a survey for, like, this in-game currency.
Yeah, get some Homescapes coins.
Yeah, I feel like she's been, like, putting my like a random phone number. I feel like mine's the one she landed on to, like, fill out those surveys. Because, like, I'm just getting, like, Asia, we need you to sign this paper. We need you to, like, look at this document. You need to cash app us. And it's like, bro, I'm not Asia. I'm a Mexican. I'm not Asian.
Like,
I'm New Mexico. I'm not Asia.
I can't say I have one of those. I just get so many, like YouTube related scam emails because being a YouTuber with any numbers of subscribers, it's just fucking filled with these shady ass partnership offers that
I get
look
those
like they're so high risk, high risk, low reward. Sorry, and it just looks like I feel I've got pretty good instincts when it comes to that stuff. Like as you guys know, I'm kind of the sleuth.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with it. I can handle it, but I can't imagine how it must be for like a more naive creator who gets emails.
Yeah,
like
right.
There are times where Michael message, like, he'll put things in the Discord channel and be like, hey, I might have just gotten, like, a cool offer on a thing, and then, like, hours would go by and he'd be like, never mind, it's a scam.
Yeah. But I will put in those hours to find out if that's the truth.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, here's the thing, though. I used to get a lot of Gmails of, like, scam offers and that kind of thing. And they're usually pretty easy to tell when they're scams because the message will be formatted normally, but then you look at the email that it's sent from, and it's like, or it's
from a bizarre
whatever the fuck
email
.com.
source.
Yeah.
And
so I just don't bother with them.
I haven't gotten many of those on email. I've gotten, like, a few of those on Instagram, though. And
I get them on Instagram all the time.
They're always, like, these, like, weird jewelry ones.
I actually have a story about that.
Mike, you
I
have
have
to
a story
include
about
that.
an Instagram
I literally just got a scam call.
I'm literally opening my Instagram right now to find
Yo,
it.
Y'all,
What?
I just got a scam call.
Wait, just now?
Yeah, it's in my recording.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so let me run this back. On January the 11th, 2022, I received a message from an Instagram user. I forget the name, but her first name was Fanny, right? And I thought that was funny. But so her name was Fanny, right? So that's what I see. And then the message is, "Hello, dear. Our team is looking for models ambassadors for a new jewelry company." You know, it's the standard bullshit, right? I respond, Fanny, skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji. 3 months pass. She replies with a heart. And then she sends me a different message promoting a different Instagram scam. And I reply same day, Fanny, skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji. A month goes by. May. Different brand. Heart emoji. Same bullshit message. Obviously, I respond. Fanny. Skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji. This is the only thing you're going to hear from my side. 5 days go by. Again, heart emoji. Message. I respond. You know the answer. You know what I said.
Yeah.
Fanny.
A single day goes by. Another one. Different company. Same account. I reply. You know what I said. Then another month goes by. Heart emoji. This is how it goes every time. Heart emoji. Different company. Me. Fanny.
Oh my
Skull
God.
emoji. Skull emoji. Skull emoji. We're in August.
Is there a
now.
fucking end?
We're in August. Same shit. Then in October. And it ended in October when the account was removed.
No, the Fanny Chronicles.
The Fanny Chronicles.
I was hoping for a better ending than that,
No,
but it was just
unfortunately
that
not.
it got banned.
It's just me responding Fanny skull emoji skull, like the same amount of skulls every time. It always looks exactly like this.
That's what sucks
Battle of
about
the
these like
bots.
scam
Podcast
email
topics.
things. There's never
Battle
there's
of the
never real
bots.
justice. There's
What
never,
I
like-
always would do, if it like, I did this with the Rhonda text for a while, but I also just do this like to any, like pretty much any scam thing I get on any social media. I'll just send what I call like curse memes. Not cursed
yeah.
memes, curse memes, where it's just like Arabic letters over some like very like ominous imagery.
Those are the classics, yeah.
Yeah, and they'll just fucking never text me again. And it's the best. It's the
Do you know
perfect
what I
way.
do? Do you know what, do you know what I do?
What?
What?
I go to some fucked up websites, get some fucked up images, and just send
Oh
it
my
to them.
god, you freak.
Average
evil.
Rowan
You would.
move.
Traumatize them.
They're
I
not
find
gonna
videos of their
come back,
family
are they?
dying, and I send it to them.
I wanna circle back to the start of the episode of the DC seizure because we kind of got off track on where I was heading with it. Is one of my theories on what happened is that you were imprisoned because you had flipped out at the post office and like
Oh, yeah.
killed
God.
someone.
Oh
Would you
my
like to explain
God.
why that's a reasonable theory?
So, fucking an issue I've had. I have mental issues, right?
We'll get to
That's
that.
You'd hope
that's
so.
no, that's not a big part of the story.
Wait,
it's
you
just
do?
shut up. It's
Same.
not a big part of the story. But I have memory issues, so I just forget my mailbox exists for like months on end at times. If I have a package coming, I'll remember. But if like I don't, then it's all scam shit anyway. I do everything online, so it doesn't matter. I don't need to check it. But so this happened one time before where they basically just declared that I wasn't using my mailbox. So they just took my mail. And I had packages on the way. And they just said it was vacant, whatever the fuck that means. So I'm like, fuck, how the fuck do I fix this shit? Because I want to get my packages. It says one of them were delivered, but clearly like they took all my mail out of the box.
Yeah.
So I go down to the post office, and there's only 2 guys working. One is in the back.
Cool guys.
And the line is very long. And there's like an hour from closing. And so I get in line, and there's an old guy in front of me. And then another guy comes in, and he's another old guy. And they're both wearing like similar shit. Suddenly they just start talking about Vietnam. About how they were both in Vietnam. And talking about like, yeah, there was this guy, and I was like sitting next to him in a hut. And then his brain just got turned to soup right next to me. It was crazy, man. Like violent shit like that. just going over it. And then they're like, yeah, I got out of there. And then I got into Desert Storm. And I was like, oh my God, I was just stuck.
Whoa.
And they were standing like too close together. So I'm just sandwiched in between these two old vets, like talking about their fucking war crimes and shit. And
should have added your own
And
story.
you're a big dude as well, so it must have been such
Yes.
a strange
Yes.
experience to be the
And I'm there-
6'5" or 6'2", or however tall, freakishly tall you are.
I was just trying to like be on my phone and be like, I'm not hearing any of this. I'm not listening. And they're just like in Crocs, like fucking standing inches away from me, talking to
Crocs
each
and
other.
camo, I imagine.
No, not camo. It was like veterans hats. They were like
yeah.
black and like had shit like that on them.
Should have stolen.
Desert
And I'm
Storm,
like,
Purple
ugh.
Heart, Vietnam.
So I go, ugh. So I deal with that for like an hour. For an actual hour, that's how long the line takes. Because there's one guy fucking working in this entire post office. I get up. I get up. It's like the thing. I get up to the thing, and I'm like, look, you guys declared my mail vacant. I want my mail, and I fucking live here. So fucking give me my mail and like deliver my shit. And then he's like, okay, I'll tell the deliverer, whoever the fuck is delivering your mail, and they should give you your packages. They never gave me my packages. I find out like a week later that they just threw them out. They just threw them away. So
You had like
I just
Legos in there.
yeah. Luckily, this leads into another thing. I call Lego up and I'm like, hey, this has happened, and it turns out they put the wrong apartment number on the packaging anyway. They put I can't even say actually what the issue was,
Their
but it's a really
exact address.
stupid mistake.
Yeah.
It's a really stupid mistake. And but like when I called the support line, first of all, it was like Mulan music, like Mulan training music.
It was the
where it was
fucking,
like
it's that.
no, it was like like that was for like an hour.
Ninjago
And at
music.
first I was like, this is really funny. And then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, I want to kill myself. This takes so fucking long. And the guy on there, he's really cool. First of all, he's immediately like on my side with it and be like, yeah, we'll give you like a full refund, or like get you whatever the fuck you need. And then like another 10 minutes into it, he's like, Jesus Christ, I'm like fighting gladiators in this goddamn system trying to get you your shit. And I'm like, it's cool, dude.
He said that verbatim.
He said something to that effect,
Yeah,
like,
he said
Jesus
that-
Christ,
he
the
said that-
system.
Yeah, the system was giving him trouble. He felt like he was fighting in the Colosseum.
I'm just like, oh, okay.
Lego is awesome.
Yeah, but he fixed my shit and he got it done for me. But yeah, I hate the U.S. Postal Service. Die.
Yeah, fuck the U.S. Hey, viewers, go.
No.
No, we can't
Bleep
say
that.
that one.
Bleep
That's
that.
not okay.
Beeped.
Yeah,
What the
I
fuck?
have a similar story. So remember when like I got shadow banned off TikTok?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the
that was-
50th time, yes.
That was something.
That one,
Fuck you.
Oh my
Fuck
god.
you.
little story.
You cunt.
So that's a great segue into a lot of you are autistic, right?
Yeah, we're
I think so.
most of us
Just
are on
a
the
perfect
spectrum.
way
More
to
than
lead
me.
into that.
All of us are on the
Rowan,
spectrum.
we should we should do an autism tier list right now. Well, Kappa, what was your score that you got? Because I saw that you did it before we recorded.
Yeah, so I've done this test before and I got a different result this time.
Oh,
I got a
It's increasing.
160.
Oh, let's go.
Oh,
Oh,
my
damn.
brother.
I'm on top.
Hey.
Which is not a diagnosis, but I've been pretty. I don't know. I've
pretty
had
high.
a weird. Yeah, I've had a weird
I got
relationship with
165.
like autism and that kind of thing, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. When I was really little, I think I was definitely autistic. If nothing else, I might be the first person who was cured at some point in my life. But
Kappa,
Vaccines
you want to
actually cure autism.
Kappa, you want to know something interesting?
Mm.
Rowan is the only one here that's been like formally diagnosed, and he got the lowest score on that
he's
test.
the
out of
most
all of us.
normative out of the five of us here.
good lord,
Which
I've
is
got other
worrying,
shit
that
that
is.
Which is
probably
baffling
contributes,
because
but
I always thought Rowan would end up having one of the highest rad scores, and he's
Wow.
literally the lowest. Rowan,
Wow.
you do give off major Asperger's. I don't know
I
what to
only
tell
act
you.
like this online. I don't know, man.
You act like this in
I
real
I
life.
sure
I only
fucking
act
hope
like this
so.
online.
I've
Good
taken
Yeah,
lord.
Rowan,
photos of you. I've been with you in
Rowan,
real
yeah, I
life.
hope you don't just go up to people and show
you
them
have.
Luna's big titties out. Like, what the fuck?
Not.
Mike,
We
put the
were
image on
saying this
screen.
when
No.
we first did our icebreakers, but Rowan, you are so fucking lucky that I'm okay with that shit. You are, you did not, you didn't test the waters. There was no conversation beforehand.
What
You
do
just
you think of
started
this
posting
image?
shit in general. You
Rowan,
just,
you're the definition of brand risk. That's what you
Yeah, look in
fucking
general
are.
now. Look in general now. You won't.
No, I saw
Oh,
it.
really?
Buddy. It's okay.
Yeah, we
Really?
already saw it.
You see, you
Oh,
saw
you
you
didn't post anything
message.
new.
If you,
Okay.
it's like training dogs. You can't acknowledge it, otherwise they're gonna.
Exactly.
they get the
It's
little-
Rowan,
they get the little
Rowan is like the
dopamine
biggest
kick.
hypocrite ever, though, because like he'll send so much of that shit, but then like when I retaliate by sending him gay porn, he's like, "I'll block you. I'll block you. Don't you fucking do that."
It's
Yeah, but like
exactly how
you're
he
okay
sounds.
with
That's
You
crazy.
sound exactly like him.
you're okay with it though. So
You can be okay with it. and it
Not
can also
okay with
still
it. It's
not be
fucking
funny.
annoying as
It-
shit.
It's so absurd.
I don't DM it to you though. I put it in general so everyone can see.
Yeah,
If
you
you want to
posted
put that shit in general, go for it.
you
I'm not gonna
posted
stop
like
you.
our business Discord where like we're
Yeah,
just like
our business
have
Discord
guests
with guests
in.
that we have, who we're very fortunate that Kappa
And
is
also
still.
Anybody could just scroll up and see it.
I literally
Yes.
told you before we met Kappa, Ron. I told you, please get rid of the Luna titties in the
did.
fucking chat, and you were like, okay, and then you didn't.
I
But
did.
You did,
Rowan
but there was
did.
some that you missed. And then the moment you're in a call with Kappa, first thing you do, look at this, Luna tits.
Like, Rowan,
And,
how
like-
hard is it to keep it in your corner? We have your little fucking blender corner in the server. Keep it there.
Yeah.
These are the powerful.
And this Discord
effects
also
of
has people
autism.
like completely like they don't really talk to us. They're just like worker, like they just work on this like behind the
Yeah.
scenes stuff.
Workers.
Yeah, we have workers.
Well, that's what they are.
We have
Alright.
interns.
This episode is brought to you by ExpressVPN. I'm sure you've heard of ExpressVPN before, but its relevancy remains important. If you've seen the way that governments have been talking about TikTok and other social medias, then you know that these people don't know how to keep their data safe. But you're clever, and you look after your data. Maybe you don't care. Surely, you want to watch the adventures of Clutch Powers. But it's not available in your country. Fear not! ExpressVPN can magically teleport your soul wherever necessary, and now you can watch the best movie ever. If you want to try ExpressVPN and support us on the show, use the link below and get your first 3 months free. Anyway,
Like-
before we go on, I just want to rattle out the rad scores then, because Ron, you were only like 40, right?
No, it's 30 something.
30, right? I'm
That's-
126.
Uh-huh.
I'm 165.
Baby numbers. I'm 193.
So I'm sitting
Um,
well in
and
the middle.
Two
there.
synapses. Two
Yeah.
synapses.
Our beloved composer Isaiah.
Yeah.
Right, we love him.
Made the
I
theme.
asked him to take the test, and you know what his score was?
What?
It was a beautiful 9.
9?
Yes, he scored a 9.
Oh my god.
What being a normal person
Oh,
does
Callum
to a
took it as
motherfucker.
well. Callum got 116, so he's a little below me.
Should we rattle out what the meanings of the scores are?
Yes, yeah, real quick.
It's our viewer.
It says so. It
True.
says real. I thought we said we weren't going to use that word today. I don't know.
We're gonna try
No,
not to.
it's for DC. That's a DC rule.
I'm the good boy this episode.
So 25.
Mike's mom,
is-
please don't be mad at me.
25. I'll get around to this eventually one day. 25 is you are not autistic. You are not autistic.
25 and
50
under.
is 25 and under, and then 50 is some autistic traits but likely not autistic. Yet some autistic people score as low as 44. 65 is the minimum score at which autism is considered. 90 is a stronger indication of autism, though non-autistics may also score there. 130 is the mean score of autistic people, strong evidence. 160, I'm right on the dot there, is very strong evidence for autism, which is interesting. The maximum score for autistic people is, in Ritvo's seminal paper, is 227. I don't know what the fuck
I'm-
that means, but it means something.
I'm nudging up right against that.
You are.
Uh,
You're in lay with that.
Dude,
And
you're
then
making out with that.
Yeah, you're making out
240
with
is the
that.
240 is the maximum possible score, so you have to be non-functional to get that one.
Yeah.
Bro, and you're fucking...
So,
or not,
so
bro.
that also
Sammy,
being
you're fucking
said,
smoking
listeners,
that.
the RAD score is not a diagnosis.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, it's definitely a
strong
good indicator.
indicator.
If you get a high score, maybe get tested.
That's what I'm saying. That being said, I definitely can see myself being autistic, especially when I was younger. My first love, I think, was one of those like Ferris Bueller puppets that's laying in the bed. It's got like a basketball for a head and a string attached to the door. I've never understood how to interact with people. It's
Your first love.
yeah, I'm serious. I started making out with like a balloon with a face drawn on it. Good lord.
Balloony ass! Fucking Doofenshmirtz looking.
I'm realizing
Balloony!
Doofenshmirtz must be autistic.
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
Yeah.
But I remember when I got my ADHD diagnosis, the doctor literally, like, underhandedly, he was like, so you definitely have ADHD and you probably have autism, but I'm not here for that. So I was like, oh, great, cool.
I'm in America.
Epic.
In America, they just like they don't really if it's like if you're 18 or like if you're just not a kid anymore, then they're just like, oh yeah, we're not gonna bother testing for that. And it's like,
Yeah.
but I asked you to test for that, and they're like, yeah, we don't
That'll
care. We're
still
not
be
gonna test for that.
2000.
Oh, DC, by the way, have you got your hospital bill yet from your seizure?
Yeah, I got taken care of.
Oh, good.
How
That's
much?
good.
How
Insurance
much was
is
it?
awesome.
Insurance?
It was a stupid amount. It was a stupid amount. Insurance
Yeah, well,
covered some of it.
A fun little wee woo car ride. I mean, it is worth a lot of
Yay.
money.
No, it wasn't an ambulance ride.
Oh, you didn't
It
even
was
take an ambulance ride. You got driven there.
No,
yeah.
my friend drove me.
Fun little nap
That's-
time in the hospital
Mike,
bed.
I thought you knew that's how America worked. If you were fucking decapitated, you would still drive in your friend's car to the hospital. You would.
Yep.
Yeah, no
Never
one's
ever
taking the
take an
ambulance
ambulance.
anymore.
Yeah.
Baffling.
Unless they literally can't, like, do anything
Right.
different.
Like, unless you get into a car accident where you're pinned under your car and they, like, make you get into an ambulance, or, like, you're in a fire, you never get into an ambulance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Kill
but-
the EMT people who try to get you in there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I do that.
Channel your inner Michael Townley or Trevor Phillips and kill an EMT.
Get
My
your
dad is
fucking
an
get your
EMT.
man
Wait,
Sneeko
what? Your
Andrew
dad's an
Tate
EMT?
vibes.
He was.
Oh, it was. Well,
Kill
lucky you never met Trevor Phillips
Then he killed a
True.
child and he got kicked out.
Who the fuck is Trevor Phillips?
from
What?
Yeah.
GTA
This
5.
guy. This
Oh,
guy.
I've not played. Yeah, that's I've just shown my true colors. I've not
Huh?
played GTA in any capacity.
Wow. That's
What is that?
What's your
is
favorite
that
video
really
game?
such a my
for you.
favorite? Well, I haven't played a lot of video games. My history
Mm.
with them is shaky at best. Because when I was little, I played some, but then
Can
my
I
family
guess?
didn't have. Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion.
No. What? I've never
No?
touched Luigi's Mansion.
Damn.
No. Here's the thing.
Minecraft.
We have
No. Let me explain. So when I
Yeah.
was really little, like up to 6 years old, up to 6 or 7, we had like a Wii and like a borrowed Xbox 360 at one point. And then for a stretch of from like 7 years old to maybe like 12 or 13, we literally didn't even own a television. So
wow.
I missed like a golden age in gaming.
Literally.
And the time that I would have been playing video games. I also would just watch my brother play video games because I got scared of being bad at them.
I was a
Oh,
well-
watcher for a long time.
Yeah.
GTA is always
mean by
super
that?
cheap, and it's such an easy recommendation.
Yeah.
For me,
My problem is
it's
I just don't touch games often. Like sometimes I'll get a game and then I'll just forget about it. The first game I ever finished was Breath of the Wild in 2019.
God, that's a good game.
Yeah, it was
I-
a good game to be a first, but
Can
and
I
then-
just say something real quick?
Nah.
yeah.
Because Mike, you said that like you and Kappa were like watchers for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
How fucking lucky are we that Let's Plays became a thing? Then?
Oh hell yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Holy
saying.
But I mean, it's a different experience. I feel like I used to sit and watch my stepdad play like the Arkham games, and I feel like that was because I got to be the kid that I just got to hold the guidebook.
Yeah.
and I loved that. That was like that was joy for me because I
watched-
love the process.
My brother played Halo 5 and I just watched him play through that whole thing. That was the first game we got after the TV hiatus. So we had
Mike, I
no
like
frame of
imagining-
reference.
I like imagining Neil like playing the game really aggressively, and then you're just like, while most kids get yelled at to hold their flashlight up while like working on the car, your kids yelling at you to hold the flashlight at the guidebook and shit like that.
Yeah, because we're playing in pitch black. It's like 4 a.m. in the morning. There's a power outage, but the TV still works. Like something like
Generator.
that.
What narrative have you constructed? What is this?
The backlight on the TV is not
The
working.
backlight
and
on
it's
the
just
TV.
like it's like a
Half of the
Game
OLEDs
Boy.
don't work. Like
It's like a
It's like a
big
Game Boy
at that
1,
point.
where it's
Yeah.
just like it's just nothing. It's just like black thing on a green screen.
But
playing
my
Arkham Asylum on a Game Boy.
Game Boy screen.
I did get back into gaming a little bit more later on, and I've started getting back into more games. I've not found a lot of games I like, but if I had to choose a favorite, it's between Doom Eternal and Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Those are two really good games, and they're just really fun. So,
Is that
what are you
the
laughing
actual name
about?
of
What are
it?
you laughing
Speaking
for?
of which,
Is that the actual name or is that the parody name? I can't
What?
remember.
No,
Metal
Metal
Gear
Gear Rising:
Revengeance.
Revengeance. That's the
That's
actual
the
name.
name.
Okay.
It's so
It's
cool.
such a stupid name.
No,
As
it's
a
awesome.
It's Kojima. Of course, it's stupid.
I know it is.
speaking of which, I don't know if he's gonna be watching, but he watched the last episode, and
Kojima?
my teacher,
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, Kojima's watching. No, my teacher,
Watching
we had this big long conversation today about like video games and
sex.
Marvel and DC and stuff because he like
DC.
he like gathered my interest from that episode, and I
Shut up, bro.
if he's watching, I want to say hi. Also, Doom 2016 is one of the best games ever made of all time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Eternal-
I prefer Eternal.
Cooler,
I prefer
though.
Eternal.
Can we
Eternal
talk about how
feels too-
fucking sick Doom is?
Doom is
Oh
great.
yes,
Just in general.
And
yeah.
I don't even mean Doom 2016. I mean like the
Yeah.
fucking original Doom.
Doom.
except
And-
Doom 4. Doom 4 sucked.
Yeah, but like the original Doom and Doom 2 and shit like that, it's literally become like such a staple of gaming that people have made other games that kick ass in like the engine and shit like that. And it's
Yeah.
the fucking coolest thing ever that I think could happen to a game like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
Half-Life is technically a Doom mod.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
fucking
Half-Life
crazy.
Half-Life 1 is based on the Quake engine, and the Quake engine is a modded Doom engine.
Oh.
That's so
I didn't know that
crazy,
shit.
man. Valve is the
Oh,
best when they're
Not
when
the
they're
mic
making
peaking
games.
every time I laugh.
Yeah, when they actually do
Fucking,
shit.
a really interesting fact about in Half-Life 1, the code for the flickering lights was reused in Half-Life Alex. It's the same
Yep.
flickering.
It's
Yep.
the same
Like, it's the
code.
same
Oh,
code.
that no, you just reminded me. Half-Life Alex is really good too. That
Oh
might
yeah,
be
it's a
Yes.
masterpiece of a game.
Although this
How-
is another Fatal
this-
Flaw. I've not played any of the other Half-Life games. I've just played.
Neither have I.
Half-Life
Well,
Alex.
I
yeah.
played Half-Life 1 now. I played it multiplayer with these guys. But
Yeah.
before
We played
then,
some of Half-Life 2.
yeah, but before that, I haven't finished Half-Life 2, and I mean, I definitely didn't get the Half-Life 1 experience. I got a very special and different experience of Half-Life 1.
But you
with-
still got the story,
Yeah,
I'm
I still got the
sure.
story, but I mean, it's just a Half-Life, but instead of one Gordon, it's me and 3 Nimrods, or alternatively from
One
everyone else.
racist stereotype.
Yeah, one racist stereotype and 2 Nimrods, I guess. Do you not remember Sammy's skin was like really
Oh, yeah.
one of the
yeah.
skins that it let you play as is like a weird like tiki monster man.
It's an island person.
island person,
Yeah.
yeah.
We
They-
we couldn't finish Half-Life 2 because someone broke his entire setup in one session.
Half-Life 2, episode 1 is out. It's doing really well.
Yes.
Pretty soon, episode 2 and 3 will come out because you got to see how that saga ends. But
It'll come out.
Yeah,
uh,
now
I'm a
that we're
busy
making
guy.
this episode, after Mike edits this one, he'll get to work on episode 2 of that.
I will.
hopefully.
I'll probably put out episode 2 and 3 soon. So
Thank you.
At the same time, I would.
around the same.
Space out the
Around the same. I would
release.
spread them over a
I'd-
couple days.
I'd give
And-
you a big wet kiss
and-
on the lips if you release those videos for me.
Yeah.
You should go on my gaming channel to see the Star Citizen funny that
That's
Mike
true,
didn't want
that
to
is
fucking
true.
upload.
If you me and Ron made a Star Citizen montage a while ago, and that is finally out. If you go to Ron's channel, it's either Rojack or Sleepy Row. I don't remember.
No, it's
Um,
not. It's Rowenstein Gaming. Shut
No,
up.
you're changing
you
before we
you
release
have to
this.
Stop doxing yourself. Rojack or Ro
What do you mean
or
doxing?
Sleepy
I'll
Row.
dox you.
It's your full
Mike
name. It's your
Matheny.
full legal name.
It's your
Rowan,
full
no,
legal
You
name.
can find
you don't
your
get to
parents on Facebook in
advertise.
5 seconds.
Hold on,
And-
Mike. Hold on. You don't get to fucking advertise a video on here and then just like be like, yeah, no, but I'm not gonna care about my branding at all. No, fucking change your name if you're gonna fucking be so like if you're gonna be fucking so like persistent with fucking advertising it. Okay.
You got there.
Who are
It's
you
true.
talking about?
It's true. Stay a citizen. Watch it. It's a
I
funny
have
video.
trouble speaking.
You know, Mike loves vaping.
I don't. Can we go? Let's go to a quick intermission. There's a cool intermission we have. This episode is sponsored in part by our brand new merch site, watchingpixelsdry.com. Are you lacking in drip, guap, or riz? We cannot help you, but you can help us by checking out the site. Do you want a Tellboy tee? How about a Brick Truvian Man mug? Maybe you really hate a specific US state. Or you can get a sticker sheet and put it all over your laptop. Whatever the need, get your swag on, support the channel, and check out the site.
Well, that looked bad. What was that?
Buy
That
our
was so
shirts.
shit. That was
Yeah,
Buy our
I
shirts.
mean, I
I'd
know
never
that
buy
you
one
just
of
watched
those.
that intermission where I just put like all my heart and
hell
soul
was
into
that?
that, but
Mike,
you know,
while
it
that
does look
intermission was
terrible.
happening, why were you like hiding like a white robe and like an armband that was red that you had? Why were you doing that?
Gooning gob.
My gooning garb, yeah, it's my gooning garb. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. That's just
It was
what I
weird.
wear.
It
to
had
goon.
the red band had like a white circle on it with like
I'm
a
gonna
bunch of
cut
L's.
this out if you keep going.
okay.
Okay.
It's spelled yay on the armband, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike must have watched Jonah Hill. Okay.
Yeah,
Must have watched Jonah Hill
oh,
recently.
okay, that's why he was
actually
hiding it.
That's actually something to talk about. Fucking people predicted this. Right? People predicted that eventually Kanye was going to do something, and half of the internet population would just forgive him out of hand. And of all the things to do that, Kanye saying the exact sentence, watching Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street made me like Jewish people again. Are you serious?
I didn't even
That's
know
not-
he was Jewish.
That's not even that's not even an admission or like an apology. He just
well, it appears what it
it's
appears
just
to me
was
is
his
that
redemption arc.
the bipolar man has gone to the other polar. Is
Exactly,
What happened.
exactly. Like it's just that simple.
I thought you were gonna say the bipolar man took his meds finally.
It doesn't sound like it. No one makes
No,
an Instagram
no.
post like that if they're on meds.
His entire Instagram has been
I
like
do.
that for like a year at this point, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The man is not getting the care that he needs, and he's just flip flopping.
Like when Pete Davidson was like slamming his wife,
Pete
his ex-wife.
Davidson.
He posted like a fucking Photoshop of like Civil War with like Pete
Yeah.
Davidson as
And he
Iron
also
Man.
put out
I
a
forgot
music,
about
a
that
terribly
shit.
animated music video.
Oh, I fucking forgot about that too. Kanye's been on some weird shit for a while, huh?
He's been on
Yeah.
that shit for a really long.
He's been on a weird shit for his entire career.
I just forgot that all that
since,
shit
since
happened.
Through the Wire, he's been on weird shit.
No, Sammy. It's not. This hasn't been this weird though. Like him being on like a public service announcement thing where he says George Bush doesn't like black people.
Yeah.
That's not on the same level
was a
as him
different kind
saying
of
that
based.
Hitler.
He was
Yeah,
also
it's not-
right
it's
about
not-
that one, so.
It's
Yeah.
not the same level as him saying Hitler wasn't that bad. That's not. Those aren't comparable. Those are different.
I will say, God, I fucking love the clip of Kanye where he's standing in like a parking lot or something, and he's like, you know, I was misdiagnosed by a doctor who, I'm not gonna say what race, but he like crosses his arms, gives a little
Can I-
comedic pause, and he goes, "It was a Jewish doctor."
It was a Jewish doctor. Can
It's like Rowan,
okay.
but black.
I'm kind of skim reading this comment. I'm on Kanye's post, and I'm just kind of like bamboozled by this comment. I haven't read the whole thing, but it's giving me bad vibes from how big it is. So this is
Uh-oh.
under Kanye's Jewish people. I like Jewish people now because of fucking 21 Jump Street. Someone said, this guy's verified. He said, I'd like to say that no matter what political side you may feel you are on, no one deserves to be treated less than human. Brackets, only the deep state. We, us, all of us need to remember our children are watching. Both sides have been keeping us at war with each other while they rob, blind, and miseducate our children. This sounds like a side, firstly. I don't care if you made the mistake of voting for Biden. Okay, this is sided. This isn't no man. This is sided. if you made
I
the
like
mistake
how
of
he
voting for
says,
Biden,
no matter what side we're on,
Yeah.
like they're pitting us against each other, and then he says, "But you
and then
voted
pits-
for
and
the
then
other
pits us
guy."
against each other. I'd like to offer you
Yeah.
the chance to walk with me to help heal this nation. I'd like to talk to people
Walk
no
with
matter the
me.
political vote you took. And we can ensure that our children have a world where they feel free and safe. We will all fall short.
Like, I just imagine it's like, Kanye, when we walked on the beach, why is there only one like set of footprints? Why didn't you walk with me all the way? It's 'cause he just goes, "Fuck Jewish people."
Jesus.
Hey,
the
somebody
thing
clip
is-
that. Somebody clip that. out of
Kanye,
context
Kanye
real
just
quick.
did it. The thing that's baffling is people are like, oh, I can finally listen to Kanye again. No, he didn't apologize. He didn't apologize.
Well, first of all, you can listen to him anyway.
Yeah,
It doesn't
listen to him
fucking
anyway.
matter.
His art is great. I'm not gonna deny that. Like, his music is good, but like, I don't want to
Yeah.
financially support him anymore because he went on Alex Jones and said Hitler was cool. Liking Jewish people now doesn't undo the fact that you said that, bro. Like,
You know how
Yeah.
fucking strange you have to be to put off Alex Jones?
yeah, you made Alex Jones recoil. How?
How do you
Because
go
he
on the
went
show
on
of
in
the
like a
man?
gimp mask. He went on in like a gimp mask, like a psycho.
We're
He had,
talking
like, a
about the
trash bag
man
over his
who
head.
goes like Sandy Hook didn't happen. All these kids are lying. You know, like what?
Called the judge
But
a
Kappa-
demon during his trial.
Did we ever talk about that?
No, that
No,
was
we
that
Oh
was
yeah,
while we were
Alex
gone.
Jones.
No, but
fucking
in court,
photoshopping.
Kappa. In
What?
court, he said that was a character, and then he didn't mean any of it. But
My
then
bad,
he went
my
on the
bad.
show anyway. And
It
called
was
the
his
court
crew
judge
that did that,
demon.
not him.
No,
was
when
his
he was
crew that said
outside
the
of
judge was
court
a
during
demon.
one of the first hearings, he literally like photoshopped an image of the judge set on fire like the minute
Yeah.
after he left.
Fuck Alex Jones, that fucking freak.
It's so
Oh
fucking
my
funny.
God.
Man, I'm so hungry.
Have you seen? Shut up, bro. Have you seen the fucking like the whenever he's like shilling one of his weight loss like protein powder shits?
Yes, the before and,
And it's
after
like-
image.
The before is just him like as a normal guy,
Him
still
and then
fat,
him
and then
in more red.
yeah, just, he's redder. And he's like kind of slumped down, like he looked exhausted in the second one, like he's like built up a sweat
Just
or
make
something.
5
by
minutes,
jogging
5
in
minutes
place.
after working out. For 5 minutes.
Do you think he's like Two-Face, where he's like a fucking like delusion about himself, and he thinks that like in the after image he's like the most like sculpted guy on the earth or some shit?
Probably.
He's
I
like
wouldn't put it
he's
past
like a
him.
wax figure. He's like
Well, they know that shit doesn't work. They're just assuming there's people stupid enough to think it does.
and there are
Exactly.
oh there are.
There are, yeah.
Speaking of which, if you guys like snake oil, you should check out our merch shop.
Yes, every shirt comes free with prayers.
Yeah, it comes free with
One
prayers,
free cum rag,
snake
fresh
oil,
from Rowan's
yeah.
dungeon.
one
Gooning
free
garb.
reaction image from Rowan, chosen by
We
Rowan.
you
should
get-
sell
and-
a Gooning Garb. We should sell Gooning Garbs.
Yes.
That would
One more
actually be
thing,
a funny merch design. We might have to do that.
Every shirt is Gooning garb. That comes
my
included.
God.
Speaking
You
of
get
which,
it's
Sorry, go on.
No, just
become
one more
a
thing
gooner.
about Alex Jones before we get off the topic. The time when like, because he's somebody who's like really against, like he'll call like trans people demons and shit like that, and say things like that. But there was the time where they caught him looking at trans porn on the fucking show.
Oh
Like
my
he was
God.
opening
Oh
up
my
his tabs
God.
on his phone, and they just found like hot tea babe sucks off like woman or some
That's
shit.
the funniest thing. That is the funniest thing about every anti-trans politician. I guarantee you, like most of
His
them are
excuse-
getting off to those exact same people that
Exactly.
they discriminate against.
His
And
excuse was
that reminds
his
me of a
excuse
topic
was-
change too.
No, just
Yeah, I'll let you go on.
My final thing, I swear to Christ.
Yeah, okay.
His excuse was that he was looking up a reporter to work for them, and like porn just came up. I don't know, like you type things in the internet, porn will just come up. It doesn't matter. Like a psycho.
but it doesn't advertise that on your tab list unless
No.
you click open the
It
tab.
doesn't go to an X
Bro
videos
held
video.
down, right click, open a new tab. Like, but
I looked up
That reminds
Google
me of-
Meets to open up a school meeting, and eventually just porn just showed up. I don't know how it happened.
Oh my god, remember when I
don't
was
know how I got
fucking...
there.
Shadowban.
What did I search where it just came up with, like, pissing?
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
were
it
looking
was-
Up, you were looking up a Star Citizen error code on Bing or Firefox, and it came up with
I looked up-
pissing porn.
Oh my
I
god.
looked up an error code. I looked up the like Star Citizen such error, and I sorted by like today. I searched like today, so it was only results from today, and it was all just porn of pissing.
It
Like,
was
for no
so
reason.
Funny. It was so funny. Wait,
Oh, my
I wonder if I can find that screenshot. I might have to put that in the episode if I can find it.
What were you gonna talk about,
Baffling.
Mike?
I was gonna talk about how talking about fucking Grinder recently said that if
Oh.
if the politicians don't stop putting anti-trans like bills out into the house.
No, it was don't say gay.
Oh well, anti-LGBT. I
Yeah.
should say.
Yeah.
Any of those, if they
Anti-guilty.
didn't stop doing that, then Grinder is gonna release a full list of every politician.
Can I
who
burst
is
your bubble
using
and
their-
ruin everybody's fun?
Oh,
I'm
is it
pretty sure
fake?
that was a satire article. I'm pretty sure that was a.
Oh.
Aw.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm still praying to high heaven that it ends up being true one day.
I'm
Let's
praying
hope that
hey, here's a good time. I'm not going to insinuate everything, but everybody who's behind all the decisions that we hate has names and addresses. That's all I'm going to say.
True, it's
well-
true.
and they're you can access them publicly legally.
Yeah,
can
exactly.
And
Probably kill
and
them.
also
No,
just
don't say
off,
that.
Also no, just bleep that.
disappear them.
Also off topic, there was a man in Japan who built an electric shotgun out of just some like PVC pipes and like batteries and shit. And it just seems like a cool DIY craft to get into at home, you
That's
know.
that shit
I
that
think
killed
you should
Shinzo
get,
Abe.
you know, I
Did you say
You know, I think
Shinzo
we
Abe?
Yeah, that's
his
my
name.
joke.
Yeah,
That's my
I
joke.
His
absolutely
name is-
nabbed Sammy's joke.
His name is Shinzo Abe.
I know.
I know it's Shinzo Abe, but I
Shinzo
no,
Abe.
no, it's Japanese Abe Lincoln, dude. You're
My bad.
fake news.
My bad. He does kind of look like Abe Lincoln.
well,
Speaking
he's
of which-
dead.
Okay,
He's dead.
who's okay? Here's a
That's
question
not what
for
I
you guys.
meant, but sure.
Mike, please.
Naked, oiled up, and twerking.
Ah,
Who's winning the twerk off? George Washington or Abe Lincoln?
Me.
George
Abe
Washington.
Lincoln.
Oh.
Abe
No, yeah,
Lincoln.
George Washington. He's
Easy.
more of a femboy.
I
His
am.
teeth would fall out if he starts twerking.
That's good.
If he shakes around a
More
little too hard,
fucking
you just hear the
lot,
clinking
you know?
on the ground.
You don't want to be fucking Pinocchio's mouth, Sammy. Okay. You
No,
want
but
some
Lincoln
fucking
is-
gum.
Lincoln is like a stick man. He's he's lanky.
After this
We go,
recording
whoop, whoop,
session, I need to screen share a TikTok I saw of you guys. I saw to show you
Of
guys.
us?
No, not of you. It's one
Aw.
of those fucking AI memes, but it's all the presidents but dressed up in the Chief Keef era, and it's so funny.
Mike, you should
If someone
animate
made-
something like that. Maybe take one of those audios.
If someone made a TikTok about me, I would be so overjoyed. Because famously, I love attention.
Yeah, true.
real.
Guys,
Kappa.
if somebody drew Sammy,
Oh.
I'd be
Okay,
so
no.
happy with that.
Mike had a
Alright.
real
This
topic,
man
I
is
believe.
17. This man is
Animation.
17.
That's what you do.
Yeah, I do that. Do.
Tell us about it, because you were
This is
gone
quite-
for a while, and you
This is
you only
quite late
recently
into the
got back
episode
to
for
it.
this. Yeah.
So tell me, tell us, who are you?
We're
You
15
do.
minutes into the episode.
That's what I'm
we're
fucking
just-
saying. We're
Holy
so
fuck,
off
it's been an hour
topic.
already?
Yeah, this might be a long episode.
Double
Okay.
length.
Alright, continue.
Yeah. So animation, we do that. That's for fun.
We can't
I took it's got to be at least a year hiatus because I think the last time I uploaded was in March of last year. For those who don't know, I do 2D animation stuff on my channel HyperTheKappa. I started uploading in like summer of 2021, I want to say. And the basic history of it is I just did some like throwaway bits for a little, and then that like trend of all tomorrows, which is it's like a speculative evolution thing of what would happen to
Yes.
humans if they were attacked by weird genetic engineering aliens and shit. It's a whole thing to go into, but essentially it was really popular at the time. I had some videos, some animations of that pop off, and I grew my platform from there. I did the screaming and disappearing animated videos. If you've seen those, you probably
Yeah, they're
have
very
because
good.
they have fucking millions of views and shit. But I'm greedy. But animation is kind of one of those things that's really taxing and difficult, and you have to be in the right mood to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes it's just takes a really long time. So I started waning in my uploads and eventually just went for a full year hiatus. Not on purpose or anything. I just didn't have anything I wanted to make. But
Yeah.
recently I started uploading again. I found my rhythm with 2D animation, and just was able to get a workflow that I'm comfortable with and an upload schedule that I'm is not weighing me down too much, and I'm really
Very
happy
nice.
about that. It's really exciting.
Very nice.
Life
Yeah, that's
is like
awesome.
a video game.
Well, there we go.
Okay.
If you guys have been sitting on the edge of your seat this whole episode waiting to learn anything about Kappa, there you go.
Yeah.
There's the rundown finally.
we got
I had
there.
to-
We got around there.
While we were waiting for DC because of a siege, I had to watch this man try and complete a portal chamber for like 2
Oh,
hours.
my
yeah, I
God.
fucking forgot about
It
that.
was
What about
dreadful.
that? Do you see? This was so fucking funny. We got to the point where we were bored, and Kappa was just like, "I'm gonna play Portal," and I think you didn't. You did less than one chamber.
No,
It was the
yeah.
fucking companion cube chamber.
Yeah.
I got around to.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was the like second to last or like third to last chamber
Yeah.
that you do in the game.
That you think?
I just could not for the fucking life of me figure out. Okay, so there's a part in the chamber where there's 2 buttons. One of them you have to stand on, and one of them you have to put a cube on. And I could not for the life of me figure out how WASD works and that you can move your character around. And it came down to I just had to time. I just had a conniption. I don't think I want to try to explain 3D space right now.
Man
This is
thinks
why
there's
I'm a
only
2D
19
artist.
levels.
This is
Yeah.
it. Mike, that is something I did want to ask you about is like
Oh.
when you're animating,
Yeah.
I'm just wondering what some of the differences you have to deal with are, because I don't know. With 3D animation, there's a lot of stuff that takes less time than it would in 2D, and there's a lot of stuff that takes more time. So like, it seems like building environments and camera movement and
I
things
love
like that.
building environments.
That seems and lighting and color choice. That
Yeah.
seems like it's a lot easier to do in 3D.
It's a lot more involved, I would say.
Sure,
like,
yeah.
Cause and it's real time as well. That's a benefit you have over 2D. Because like in
Right.
2D you have to experiment with the if you want to see how the lighting looks, you have to draw all the fucking lighting, and then if
Right.
you hate it, you have to redo it, right?
Right.
So, but in
It's
3D,
more iterative
that
in
is
3D.
streamlined, and it's iterative.
Do you
Yeah.
want? Do you want to know a
Fucking
big
nerds.
difficulty?
Yes.
Yeah. Go on.
A big difficulty is working with other people on it who aren't near each other. Because when you try to transfer files, people have different like Blender setups.
Yeah.
Oh,
with,
sure.
Like,
The
different
thing.
Blender settings.
Yeah, like some people make things out of triangles. You know.
Yeah.
You
Some
know,
people
like, people have stupid
some people have
HDRIs and shit like
ridiculous
that.
contrast on their files.
Yeah.
It's like.
I fixed that.
But we
Shut
all
up,
love
bitch.
each other here. That's what matters. Real art comes from
We all
love.
live in harmony and we make out after every podcast
We
is
do.
done
A
Done
shader will
recording.
just break sometimes, but like, be serious about it. Shaders will just like break sometimes between systems, and then we have to like do a bunch of fucking like.
Yeah,
I feel like
R&D.
when you do a lot of like group projects with Blender, it's like half of a fucking IT tech job.
It turns
Well,
you
that's
into,
what I
figure out.
like a
All
grizzled
of
army
you don't
vet.
update your fucking
Yeah.
Blender.
I do.
My
So it's
fucking
different
Blender's
versions.
updated. Pussy lips, suck my
What
cock.
version? What version?
It's on fucking 3. Bitch.
We all love each other.
Three.
We all love each
3?
other.
That's
No,
like
but-
3 years ago.
But that's what's so
What?
intimidating
No.
to me about
3.4
like
is the most recent.
3.41.
Yeah, that one, bitch. Shut up.
that's what's intimidating about Blender and anything to do with that kind of stuff is it seems so much more rooted in software and your understanding of
Well,
Well, no, when
No,
you're
I just
doing like
installed it on
if
Steam.
you're working on it alone, that's
Yeah.
like something you barely have to fucking ever deal with.
What
well,
Ron said
that's
is
what
true as
you're
well.
saying as a 3D artist, but I'm saying like as somebody who's tried to get into it. I mean,
But I'm saying you're wrong, so shut up.
Okay, real. No, the reason I animate in Clip Studio Paint, and the reason I use it is because it's literally just it's widowy. It's it's
hungry.
just drawing software. Okay,
You
it's-
did a pyro voice for that.
it's just drawing software, but you have a timeline. There's a lot of even 2D animation software where you have to get a lot more involved with the actual elements of the software. This is getting more personal, but like I just have a really bad experience with anything to do with coding or anything to do with technical shit with computers. My dad tried to get me into that stuff a lot, and
Yeah.
it just totally fucked with my perception of it. And so I just the idea of having to solve problems technically within a program is so fucking mind-boggling to me.
Oh,
I can't.
I love that. That's my
it's-
favorite part.
Fucking.
The thing is, like, it's never like we have to like change the coding or something.
Yeah.
No, I know.
It is what I do. You know,
What-
like my node spaghetti
Yeah.
in my planet shader.
Yeah, that's
something
what
goes
Rowan
wrong.
does. Rowan
It's like,
fucking creates like Ultron in his fucking.
Yeah.
Blender.
Yeah,
He makes things that can like think.
Ron makes shaders that can think. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
What is this?
what
Where
Ron,
am I?
Ron
I
said
knew
something
Mike was gonna try
earlier
to steal my joke.
that was actually really, if I can get through my sentence.
no.
Ron said something earlier that is very pertinent, especially to anyone who might want to start Blender and is worried specifically about keeping the software up to date. Install it on Steam; it'll update for you.
Oh, real? I didn't even know you could
yeah.
do that.
So yeah, if you install Blender
It's
on
free,
Steam, you can get
try
that.
it.
Yeah, it's free. So
I was
Yeah.
told by these
Also-
dudes when I first met them that the Blender donut tutorial is the worst possible thing you could start out with,
yep, I stand by
which
that.
I've done like 6 times.
Yeah.
It's alright.
No,
will
there are
say-
10 trillion better ways. The thing is,
It
I'd
is.
say it's always better to find a tutorial for something that like you just
You
want to
want to
make,
make.
and then if
Specifically?
you find that
Okay.
tutorial, even if you don't
Yes.
like let's say you want to make a toon shader, even if you've never touched Blender before, if the toon shader doesn't or if the tutorial doesn't tell you everything, like I don't know how to spawn a cube in, if they kind of skip that step, then you find a tutorial just looking up the basics, like just to get that handle, and then go back to
You
your
know-
tutorial the moment you've learned
kinda
that
just
thing.
No,
brute force.
going to the toon shader thing. I want to say this is a criticism towards Blender. Cycles fucking sucks.
Yeah.
they need to
You
fix
suck.
that. That's a
You
really
suck.
stupid thing with it.
Is that a
Kappa,
rendering
this might
engine?
go over your.
So
Yes,
there's
this-
two rendering engines
the
in
good
Blender,
one.
Eevee?
Cycles and Eevee.
So Cycles, it has
the
a
good
it has a
one.
toon principal shader. That means it's like just a preset basically for a toon shader. It sucks ass
Yeah,
because
it's
you
not good.
can't control the color of the shadows. So
Step
if you
back
want
from
something
your
with
mic
like
a little
say, if you want something that has like say, dark fucking black shadows that are harsh, you're fucked. But and you have to do fucking you have to make something, you have to do what Rowan does. You have to make something that can fucking think and shit. And it's the dumbest shit ever. But you go
just
to
don't
Eevee,
understand light paths.
you go to Eevee and you literally just you connect 3 nodes and it works exactly how you would expect it to. Where you get to control the highlight color and the shadow color. Like it's a
There's a-
2D fucking
There's a
animation.
shader to RGB fucking.
Is
node.
it 9 cycles, pussy lip?
Maybe
What?
not in your version.
Singular.
No, it is not in cycles.
Yes, there is.
period.
There is a shader to RGB node.
You're on crack.
I'm
I'm
not.
fucking
It's
doing it
literally
now.
what I use
I
to
am.
make your shader on this set right now.
I'm
My-
literally gonna look.
My favorite Blender tutorial is the how to make like a clear water cup by Rowan Stain 3D.
Yeah,
It
that is a good
oh
one.
my god, holy.
My
my
favorite,
favorite
is
is,
cover yourself in oil.
Yeah, cover yourself in oil by Runestain 3D.
My favorite one's the singing skull. I
I'm gonna do a hard shift on topic now because I was reminded of something earlier and I really want to talk about it. So, to save anyone watching this from finding this, I'm gonna have to say, and I request that everyone else does it too, a well-known Twitter video game journalist page tweeted out a tweet captioned, quote, "Look at his likes," followed by a meme which I will show below, or I'll show
emoji.
on screen, of the guy leaning over to put his thumbs up. And the funny thing about this very popular video game journalism page
Oh, I see.
is when you look at his likes, it is full, and I mean exclusively, lewds and nudes of Daisy from Mario. It's only porn and lewds of Daisy.
Yeah, because he knows what he likes, and that shouldn't be judged.
I-
Okay,
oh,
I
grind.
think
The most recent one, it appears to be a Fire Emblem one.
Oh.
So they're switching up.
Adventurous.
But yeah, so
Hey, at least it's
apparently-
not like Saber Spark where he acts like he's like weirded out by it, even though he's getting off on it in the
DC,
background.
shake
Yeah.
my hand. Shake my hand for that one.
I don't want to. It's covered in
Okay.
smegma.
My bad. I don't
What, is
like
Saber
Saber
Spark, like,
Spark.
bad or
I don't
something?
fuck with that dude because his entire brand is literally
Saber
just
Spark,
what
come on
they
the
put
podcast.
this. Okay.
They put this in a movie.
They
Why
put.
would they put
How did
this
they
for
get this
kids?
into a kids movie? How did they do that?
And it's just like furry porn he gets off on.
He could,
Right.
he could
outside
not
of
have
videos.
to be fair, he could not have a more neckbeard voice as well. That's something I should say.
I mean, his avatar is a neckbeard
Yeah.
too. So
Like, I'm like the joke is fine, but it's just the repeating of the joke. Like it's almost like getting
The
shadow banned on
rapidity.
TikTok or something. Like,
I
it's
hope
just-
me eating my fingernails doesn't come across on my microphone.
I hope it does.
That'll be funny.
I hope I hear every
I'm-
crunch and like bone pop.
I'm
I can
eating
feel
your
it in my
fingernails.
jaw.
I want to go back to the very popular video game journalism Twitter. The funny thing is, it's run by multiple people, but
They all have to be in on it.
they must, or there's just the one guy
Or
that does
there's-
it
yeah.
the most.
There's just
Look,
one
they
dude
have
who
shared
does it.
interests. There's
Yeah,
nothing
maybe.
wrong with that.
They have a goon clan. They have a goon clan.
They have J.O. Crystal Club
They have a
meetings.
JO lounge.
They've got to charge the crystals every once in a while.
Have you guys ever seen that? The J.O.
What?
Crystal fucking
No.
post? There's like a Craigslist post somebody posted, and it's like, hold on, I gotta find it so I can read it out.
I think I
real
have
quick.
heard of this, but it's been a while.
J.O. Crystal. It's the best fucking thing ever. I'll post it. 1 second, let me grab it.
I was gonna
Yes.
bring up.
Go on.
I was gonna
Sorry.
bring up some gaming shit that happened recently.
Oh, please.
I
I know.
found it, by the way.
Oh, I see. I'll
I know
put that on
Hyper the
screen
Kappa-
when you spoke
I know
about it.
HyperTheKappa on YouTube.com doesn't really like gaming, but
That's
this
not what I
is,
said.
Kind of. This is kind of. I wouldn't say like humongous, but it's pretty big news.
Humongous.
The new Fortnite creative is absolutely
Oh,
insane.
yeah.
So cool. It's so cool.
I saw something about that.
The fact
can I
that
read off?
they've just like G-modified Fortnite, like officially.
Can you put
Yeah.
J.O. crystals in Fortnite now? Is that a...
You can.
is that a
Technically, you
feature?
could.
Can I read off the post real quick, please?
Oh yeah, please read the
Absolutely.
JO Crystal post before we get any further.
Okay. Charge up a J.O. The crystal I wear on my neck contains an essence that gets recharged when I jack it with a bro who also has a crystal. It gives me confidence at work, home, social situations, etc. Nobody knows it's a J.O. crystal but me and my bros. I've seen it glow white while jerking it with a bud. That's how I know this is real. You can come over for as long as you want, but I need a picture of you preferably wearing a crystal before I waste my time.
Man knows his priorities.
He's local
That's
to
38
ADC.
from
He's
Houston.
relatively local.
Ugh, don't
Have you seen
fucking
him?
say that.
Link
Wait,
up, bro.
2008. Do the he's in like his 50s now.
Do you think he's no? I think he's immortal because he's fucking got the Jo crystal.
He's got the
JO
crystal.
He looks about 10.
He's Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
Like, every time he jerks off, he de-ages. Oh,
progresses in
that's
life.
a good hypothetical.
Oh god.
If every time you jerked off, you de-aged by 10 years, would you?
I would
you be
stop.
able?
Would it?
Are
Okay,
you
but
sure?
would I de-age
That's
if I
not
like
a
had
good
sex with
hypothetical.
somebody?
10 years
Yes,
is a
and it-
lot.
We'll say
You'll
anytime
be
you
like
nut,
10.
you de-age.
Okay, every time you ejaculate, you de-age. No, I would never. I would become celibate. I would never.
That's what I'm
I would
saying.
wait
Really?
until I
What
would
the
wait
fuck
until
kind
I
of
was
hypothetical
50,
is that?
and then I would just do it every 10
happens
years.
there? What happens if you accidentally have a wet dream and you like disappear?
You
No,
wake
you-
up a fetus.
No, you wake up. You wake up and you're 5 years younger.
Can we make
So if you
it?
have
Can
a
we
wet
make it
dream-
like a few months,
week.
maybe?
One day younger.
Is there a guide I can read about the rules of this universe? Is there like a...
No. You know what? You
Is
know
there a
what?
law
I'll add
document?
I'll
If I
add a
was one day
stipulation.
younger, I would stay the same.
I'll
age.
add to the lore. You can get those years back, right? If you like fully come with something up your ass.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
easy.
I would
Easy.
assume.
Easy.
I would
Oh,
assume,
I was gonna say, then that's just normal.
I
That's
would
just
assume that you
nothing
gain years
changes.
back by making other people come.
Oh yeah, no, that's way better.
Like
that's
you
way better.
sap
Let's do it like
life
that.
from them.
Well, Ron's
But
fucked.
they still
Ron's
de-age.
gonna be 2 seconds old. Forever.
Look, no, I would. If that's
What?
if that's how we're doing it, then I would just go out and get milfs. You know,
Yeah.
like hey, you get to be 10 years younger. Let's fucking go.
What an insane.
I become like
That
fucking.
is so crazy hypothetical.
Sorry, I
Bless
should
you.
May God
Fuck,
bless your
shock.
soul and spirit.
After a week, I'm like fucking 120 and just like. Ugh.
Oh, I just looked at the waveform. That sneeze is gonna be fucking awful.
Oh, I can't
It
wait.
was awful.
Is it just like maxed?
Mike,
I've
bass
got-
boost it, please.
I've got like I think we've got like one more topic that I really wanted to hit, and then we can wrap the show up. I think.
Yeah.
I'm having
So
fun.
I am having fun. But
am I?
I've got something in the oven actually. So
Hold on, before you move on, I just caught myself because the last like week or so, every time I've gotten on call, I just keep saying, "Where am I?" And I'm not trying to do it on
out of
purpose.
nowhere. He'll just like we'll be sitting in silence
Where
playing
am
Rocket
I?
League. And he's just like, "Where am I?"
I'm not
DC, I
fucking
thought that
trying
was
to do
something
it.
else.
The minute I say it, you guys can. You can attest to this. The minute I go,
Yeah.
where am I? I just start going, fuck! Why did I do that?
You're just like, shut up.
I've got a little
yourself.
golem in me. I've got like.
You got a little tick. And I remember the one time I asked you, and you were like stuck in bit mode because you were like, "Where am I?" I'm like, "Why do you keep saying that?" And you just went, "I don't know. Who are you people?"
I got
That's
Alzheimer's.
funny as fuck.
I got Alzheimer's.
What were you saying?
I was gonna talk about the new Studio Ghibli park that opened and how
Ah,
Oh.
freaky Japanese men keep groping in upskirt or taking upskirt photos of the statues, which are mostly of minors.
uh-oh.
So how cool is that, guys?
I think
I
that's
feel like
base as fuck.
that coincides. I feel like that and the Chris Chan freeing must be like a linked event.
Oh.
in
Chris
some way,
Chan!
shape, or form.
It's the fall of Western
Forgot about that.
society,
Yeah.
as they predicted.
Christian is free.
Well, yeah. Let's think about this, right? The UK is under King Charles. France is having a revolution. Chris Chan is free again, although that wasn't written
America's
in the history
about
books.
to have a revolution.
Who was the Chris Chan of the world during the last big French Revolution? I wonder.
Napoleon.
That's a bad question to ask me. Mike, I'm under the American
We're gonna shoot
education
cannons.
system, okay? I'm not going to be
I
able
like
to do that.
Napoleon.
Let's shoot cannons at the Sphinx.
Yeah.
Target practice at the Sphinx.
Target practice. That actually, you say the Sphinx, and now that reminds me of something else. Fucking that picture that I sent you guys of the golf course next to the pyramids of Giza. That shit made me depressed. Golfers have no resolve at all.
Golfers are a
Like-
plague. We need to put them into camps.
Golfing
My
is an
dad's a
evil
golfer.
sport.
Is your dad like a full-on hobbyist golfer?
I like
Yeah.
golf.
Um,
Golf's cool.
I
Sammy's
also
dad.
like
Because
golf.
you're
Sammy's dad.
white!
I'm addressing you
So are
in
you.
particular, Sammy's dad. You need to tell your friends to be just a tiny bit less heartless when it comes to sacred land like the pyramids of Giza. You don't need a golf course next to the pyramids of Giza.
Here's my
You could
thought.
be like
the
100 miles away and still get a kill of you. Like
The
come
natural
on.
evolution of golf, in my opinion, is the creation of top golf and mini golf. It's just split them into two chakras. It's like
Yep.
top
yep.
golf is the
Because
fun,
Mini
like
golf
that happens
hit
with all sports, though. That happens with all sports. It goes from hey, let's try to hit a ball with a stick, to hey, let's try to make millions of dollars hitting a ball with a stick, and also just like
then
make
it
a big
succeeds.
fucking spectacle out
But
of it.
I just mean like it's the two good parts of golf, and they've managed to make them less bad than actual golf is. Because top golf is cool because you just get to hit a ball as hard as you possibly can, and then mini golf is cool because you just get to putt around.
And they have
but
cool
then-
set designs usually.
Exactly, but then actual golf is fucking miserable. I caddied for my grandfather one time. I will never do that shit again.
I hate normal golf. I just can't. I can't.
I will
played,
say, mini golf is the best, especially when it's like the cheap, like haunted golf court, like mini golf thing.
Yeah.
it's like the best aesthetic.
I
There's
love
a
theme
really
golf.
fucking
You're
cool,
wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
There's a
Wii
really
Sports
cool
golf.
Kung Fu Panda themed mini golf place in my
Oh,
town.
that reminds me.
It's sick as hell.
In
I used to work at.
I live in Minnesota, the great state, and in Minneapolis.
Minnesota.
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 And in Minneapolis, we have a place called Can Wonderland, which is like, it's a
Coca-Cola.
it's pretty. I mean, it is a brewery and a mini golf course combined, but all the holes are like made by artists and that kind of thing.
Ooh.
And so there's a bunch of really cool like sculptures and stuff. I'll send some images that you can put up on screen.
What's it like in Minneapolis?
In Minneapolis? Well, I haven't lived there yet. I'm about to, but Minneapolis is really cool because it's a very like. There's a lot of culture. It's very artist defined, and it's okay.
No, sorry, it was young.
Sorry, I took that the wrong way.
Local Houston. No, you're not from Houston, are you, DC? Are you?
No.
No, you're
No.
close. No, are you? I
but
don't know.
I'm hours away.
I'm gonna dox you.
but
Shut up.
Minneapolis is nice because it's really progressive. You know, we burn down police stations and stuff like that. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
And I feel very lucky to be here because I think there's a lot of places that are really shit. And I'm very comfortable
Minnesota,
just
the
like
home
staying.
of the pipe bomb.
That's what I'm saying. No. I just feel really comfortable here. Like I have no intention of moving out of the state anytime soon. It's a really nice place to just be locked down.
Wasn't there Wasn't there like
We're also
wasn't the
legalizing
Unabomber
weed
from
soon,
Minnesota?
so that's cool.
Wasn't the Unabomber from Minnesota?
I don't fucking
So,
know. I would hope so.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I want to ask
What I was gonna
actually,
say.
does
I forgot.
do any
'cause
of
I
you
keep getting
guys
interrupted, but-
have
No, he's from
foresee yourself?
Illinois.
Oh fuck.
Do you ever foresee any of yourselves moving out of your state anytime soon or your place?
I might because to Texas is doing a Brexit. They're
Are they?
they're
doing
doing a
Texit?
referendum. They're doing a referendum on
They're
if
seceding.
we want to leave the U.S.
No, they're
which
not.
Most sane people would say no. You know what?
Te-
No,
Texas
all
is
sane
not
people would say
sane,
no.
But
Yeah.
Wait, DC, you're not shitposting. That's true.
Yes, that's true.
Oh my god, they're actually doing Texit.
Texas.
There's a
It's a good
Minecraft
name
mod
for
pack,
it.
that is.
that's really cool.
So yeah, I might move soon. Who knows?
Holy shit!
might
yeah,
have no
literally at the
choice.
start of this month.
Yeah, I might not have a choice. I might just have to leave.
They call
What
it
the-
Texit.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I live
funny.
here.
Thoughts and prayers, DC. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, fucking better.
See, if you
bitch.
need to come
Present
live with
thoughts.
me, I would never let you in my house. So
Damn.
All right, well, Sammy, I'll show up with guns. It doesn't
You are
matter. You won't have a
frightening,
choice.
DC.
You won't have a choice. You'll have a 6'5" guy with guns at your door.
I would
so-
never ever let you anywhere near my precious dogs.
What the fuck does that mean?
He has dogs.
My
the
dogs are like
fuck?
my children. My dogs are like my
Not
children,
his feet.
and
Not his feet.
I would never ever let you near my children. Therefore, I would never let you in front of my dogs.
that
kids?
is a good point. I don't
Sammy,
know
you
if I
have
would
kids?
let any of you motherfuckers around
I do.
children, but
That's fine, Sammy. I'll just go to your mom's house.
What about me?
I live in my mom's house.
Yeah, I know. Your bedroom's about to become mine, bitch.
You're a loser.
Rowan,
You
that's
live
a-
with your mother. You're a loser.
that was a really
I'm about
cool
to live with your
video
mother.
in general, by the way, Rowan. I just thought it was neat.
That was very cool.
Mike's mom, how that thing swinging?
Sammy, it's not very porn.
Holy shit! I can't believe you said that. Okay, that I feel like that's a great place to wrap the show.
Wait, who
up.
said what? Who said what?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyway.
What did you say?
Okay.
What did he say?
Yeah, we can keep going for another like 3 hours or so. I think that would
Yeah,
be
we can do
fine.
an
Nobody
EFAP on this one as well.
Nobody would
Um,
care if I just stick around. You know.
All right.
Kappa,
Thanks.
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining.
Yeah. No, I mean we
Absolutely,
can still keep going. That's no worries.
Well,
we don't have
The
to
thing
end
is,
it right
we're
here.
on like a bit of a like an egg timer.
well,
We don't get to keep guests for very long, and
Kappa,
oh, the leaving
get
the
out.
leaving part is really painful. So
No,
see ya.
get out.
wait,
Get
wait,
the
wait,
fuck
wait,
out.
no.